If you have been in direct sales or online business for any amount of time, you have no doubt heard about finding your why or having a why that makes you cry. And you've probably been wondering, what exactly is a why? Why do I really need one? And how can I really define what my why is? Well, stay tuned, because in today's video, we're going to be answering all of those questions coming up. So what exactly is a why? A why in business is the reason behind why you do what you do, why you are in the business that you are in. And I want you to know that most people start out in business, especially in a direct sales kind of business, without a strong why. If you're like me, you joined your first company because you just wanted the discount for, the product. You love the product, you wanted a discount, so you joined in order to get the discount. Most people do not start off their direct sales business having a big dream or a big goal in mind. They just start out, just wanting a discount. Maybe you're one of the very few and you saw the opportunity and you saw the big picture and you saw what you could do with this business. And I applaud you, because that wasn't me. I didn't know what I was doing. I had no clue how to run a direct sales business. I had no clue what a huge opportunity it was. I really didn't understand what a why was or how to really define it for myself. I kept just hearing, you need to have it, you need to find it, and I wasn't sure what I was looking for or what I was supposed to find. So I'm going to help you unpack that for you. But hey, if we have not met, I am Willems, and this is Beautiful Life by Design, where we empower women to be successful entrepreneurs and intentionally build the lifestyle of their dreams. So if that resonates with you, please click that subscribe button and be sure to hit that bell notification so you don't miss any of our upcoming episodes. But let's get into today's video. So why is a why so important? Having a why gives you real passion for your business. If you understand why you are really doing what you're doing, it's going to really help you feel more energized, and it's going to help you feel more passionate about working your business. It also gives you focus. Especially in direct sales, there is the shiny new object syndrome, where you're in one thing and then you see this thing over here and it looks fun and exciting, so you hop over to that thing, and then you see another thing, oh, that looks fun, so you hop over to that thing, and you can just go from thing to thing to thing. And even if you stay in one company, there's so many different strategies out there, there's so many different ideas, there's so many different ways to work your business that if you don't really have a clear understanding of why you're doing, what your end goal is, it's going to be really easy to get distracted by all these different strategies and things that we can be doing. Having a clear why is also going to help your team and help your audience. People naturally follow people with passion, with a purpose. And if you have a very clear, defined why you do what you do, people are going to naturally want to follow you. They're going to naturally want to support you. Passion is contagious, and when your audience can see what your why is, it's also going to help them to understand how your business can help them too, because their why might align with your why. Your why, one of your whys might be that you want to have the freedom to stay home with your kids. Well, you might have someone in your audience that is looking for that exact thing, looking for a way to stay home with her kids and still make an income. So your why is going to really resonate with that friend. It's like that quote from Simon Sinek: people do not buy what you do, they don't buy how you do it, they buy why you do it. And I want to give you an example of this. So let's say you have two friends on Facebook, you know them both the same amount of time, your relationship is about the same level with both of them. Say there's Sally and Susie, and you've known Sally and Susie for a little while on Facebook. They both are in direct sales, they both sell the same exact product. Let's say they sell bubblegum. So let's say Sally posts about her bubblegum, how it's good, she loves it, how she makes money with it, how the compensation plan works in her business, how she goes to conference, and that's what Sally posts about. She never ever posts about why she wants to make money with her bubblegum business. Now Susie, she doesn't talk to you about the compensation plan, she doesn't talk to you about her upline or her downline, she doesn't talk to you about conference, she doesn't really talk about the business side of things that much. But what she does talk about is why she is doing her bubblegum business. She tells you about how her daughter is into dance and absolutely loves dance, but it's so expensive and it's hard for her to find money to, afford the dance lessons. But because of her bubblegum business, she can now pay for her daughter to go to dance class. Now, of those two friends, which one do you want to buy from? It's going to be Susie, right? Because you see why she wants to make money. She wants to be able to, pay for those dance lessons. Sally, you might understand her business a little bit better. You might understand how it all works and how she makes money a little better, but you don't really understand her passion behind it. You don't understand what she's doing, why she's doing it. So the how and the what are not nearly as important in business as your why. And a lot of us miss this because we're so focused on just, explaining our products and explaining our company and sharing our products that we forget to share why we're doing what we're doing. And it's that passion that will really draw customers, to want to buy from you. Having a why also helps you have power when the going gets tough. In all businesses, there are growing pains, and especially in direct sales. Direct sales is one of those industries that will really push you. And if you have a strong why, that's going to be able to help you power through those tougher times. If you don't have a strong why, there's really no reason to stay in a business if it gets difficult. But if you understand the big picture, you understand the end goal, in your journey in the direct sales, you're going to be able to push through those times that are a little harder, when things get a little tough, when things, you got to figure out a new way to do something. You're going to have that strength to work through that because you understand why you are doing it. Really defining our why also helps us to think bigger, which always makes us better. If we are just in this and we don't really understand why we're doing it, we're just selling product and making some money. That's not really a powerful enough reason to push us to get better. But if we have a big dream, we have this dream of being able to go on vacations every year with the kids, maybe taking the family to Disneyland, maybe doing some really fun adventures. Maybe we have the dream of being able to pay off our debt, be able to own our home debt-free. Once you have that bigger dream, that makes you push yourself to get better. If you think small, you're going to act small. If you think big, you're going to push yourself to accomplish bigger things. And you are so capable of those bigger things. It's just really often a mindset thing that we think so small. We think it's this as a little side hustle, direct sales thing. And that keeps us from really understanding the bigger picture. Okay, so now you might be like, awesome, I get why a why is so important. But how in the world do I figure out what my why is? So I want you to think like a 5-year-old. Where are my mamas out there? If you have had a 5-year-old, or if you've ever been around a 5-year-old, you know that they ask a lot of questions. And the one question that they ask a lot is why. So I want you to think with that mindset. I love when my son, I have a 5-year-old right now, and it's great when he asks questions. I love to see his mind working and him learning and trying to understand his world. And I have to laugh when he goes on those why streaks. Why is that cup red, Mommy? The company thought that would be a good color, I guess. Well, why? Well, red is a pretty color. Well, why? Those questions that just keep going and going, and there's not really a good answer. At least you don't know the answer. I want you to think with that kind of mindset. So I want you to come to your business as we're going through this exercise of finding your why. I want you to look at your business and think, why am I in this business? Well, maybe it's to make some side money. Maybe it's to pay off your phone bill. Maybe it's to just have a little extra spending money. So I want you to take that one step further. Why do I want that extra spending money? Well, my job doesn't pay enough. Well, it's really tight not having extra spending money. Well, I really would like to purchase this or go here or do that. So keep tracing back that why like a 5-year-old until you get to that point where you just really can't go any further. Why do you want to purchase that thing? Why do you want to be able to go here? Why do you want to pay off this? And most of us stop at that first why. I want to have a side hustle. I want to make some side money. I just want to challenge you to have a bigger why. What would happen in your life, in your family, if you doubled the income that you were currently making from your side hustle? What would happen for you? What would it change for you if you could make $500 a month with your side hustle, or $1,000 a month, or $2,000 a month? Have a number in your mind that would really change your life, change your family's life, and have that be your why, because it's totally possible. Direct sales is such an industry that you can make what you need to make, but you're going to need a big why to push through those obstacles that are in your way to get to that point. You know, if you're just thinking of this as a side hustle and a way to make a little money, you're never going to push through to find how to make that bigger amount of money. It's not going to fall in your lap, and you have to really make it happen. And you're not going to do that if you're only looking at this as a side thing to make a little bit of money. Does that make sense? So we need to think big in order to act big. And if you really don't feel like you have a why, if you come to the end of this video and you're still like, I don't have a why, I don't know what my reason is for being in this industry, I just would challenge you to keep your heart and your mind open. And I know that this industry can be used in powerful ways to change lives, to change your legacy, to change the lives of those around you. So keep an open mind, keep an open heart, and I bet you will come across what your why is. And maybe your why is to have a hobby. Maybe you're fine financially, you just really would like to have a hobby, something to do. You know, you enjoy the community of direct sales. Maybe you enjoy the challenge of building a direct sales business. Maybe this truly is a hobby for you, and that is your why. Maybe you just really wanted something to do, and that's fine. I don't want you to ever feel like your why has to match up to somebody else's why. This is your why, and finding your why is going to help you define, what you spend your time and energies on. So how do you find what is your why? I really recommend that you grab a notebook, grab a pen, and as we're going through this exercise, you write down anything that comes to mind. So some of the questions you want to ask yourself are, what would I do if money was no objection? What are some places you would go? What are some things you would purchase? What are some things you would give to others? What are some ways you would serve? What are some, things you would help your kids be able to do? What would success in your business look like? What would that do for you? What would that kind of freedom do for your family? What kind of things would you be able to do with that kind of money and that kind of time freedom? Maybe you want to create a physical bucket list. Most of us have a bucket list in our head of things that we want to do, but if you really sit down and write it out, it's going to really help you to see what it is that you want to accomplish. Sitting down and actually writing it out is one way to really help you understand your why for your business. Maybe you want to create a vision board. That's a really great way to be able to really visualize what your why is. It's kind of like what my grandma used to tell me about Santa Claus. She would tell me, if you don't believe, you don't get. Now, Santa Claus was fake, but my grandma was real, and I have never seen or heard of a kid that got as many presents as I would get. So while I maybe didn't believe in Santa Claus, I certainly believed in Grandma. And life is kind of like that too. We will only get what we dream of. We will only get what we work for. If you don't dream of it, if you don't work for it, you're probably not going to get it. So I just want to encourage you to dream big, to think big, to work hard, because you can accomplish those things that you are wanting to accomplish. And as you are working through why you are in this business, the first thing we usually think of is that we are in it to make money. And if you really dig deep, money is probably not the main reason why you are in this industry, why you're in this business. It probably really comes down to freedom. Freedom, you get to be your own boss. Freedom, you get to make your own paycheck. Freedom, you get to be in charge of your raises. If you want to hit that next rank and make that next level of paycheck, that's completely up to you. And I don't know about you, but I like that kind of control over my career. It might be freedom from debt. Maybe you want to pay off your house. Maybe you want to pay off your car. Maybe you want to pay off your credit card loans. What would that feel like to not owe anyone anything? Maybe you want freedom to be able to go places. Maybe you want freedom to be able to take your kids on adventures. Maybe you want to finally be able to purchase that house or purchase that car that you've always wanted. Maybe you want to be able to leave a legacy for your kids. Maybe you want to be able to serve a cause that is near and dear to your heart. We often have kind of an adverse idea about money. It kind of feels dirty and evil to us. But money is an avenue for good. Money is an incredible way to serve people. And income creates influence, which then creates impact. So I never want you to think of a certain paycheck number, whatever that dream number is for you. I never want you to think of that and feel guilty. I never want you to think of that as a bad thing. Your income is going to directly affect your influence. It's going to directly affect how you can help those around you. And some of us, I think especially as moms and as women, we can feel guilty about pursuing an income, about really spending time building a successful business. And we really need to understand our mindset about money, because sometimes that is what's holding us back. Money is a good thing. Money is a way to serve others. It's a way to impact our world. So really think through what your why is. And this might take some days, this might take some weeks of really thinking about what is going on in your heart when it comes to your business. Why are you in this business? What kind of impact are you wanting to leave on your family because of this business? What kind of things are you wanting to accomplish? What ways are you wanting to serve others in this business? Maybe one of your whys is that you want to inspire your team to be successful. You want to help other moms be successful. That's a fantastic why. Our success will directly affect the people that we love. So the more that we can really understand how we want to affect those around us, that will give us the reason why we're doing what we're doing. So really take some quiet time to think about this. Think about the things that you would like to accomplish with your business. Think about the ways you would like to serve others with your business. Really taking this time to define your why is going to help you understand who you are and also help you to really define your passions. And most of us are not in a direct sales company because we are just so passionate about the products. Of course we love them, they're fantastic, but we're not passionate about it. It's not one of the passions of our life. So sometimes we do something like owning a business, like having a job. We do things in order to fund our passions. And when we understand what we're funding with our direct sales business, that is what is going to give you the power to really push through, to really make your business successful. Because you're not just passionate about, that item that you're selling. You're really passionate about what that item by that commission is going to help you to be able to fund. So if one of your reasons to be in direct sales, in your direct sales business, is because you want to be able to pay for your kids' college, you don't want your kid going into debt to be able to get their degree. You want to pay for that completely. Let's say that's one of your whys. So when you come to that obstacle, when you're having maybe there's something difficult with the company, maybe you lose a couple members of your team and you need to go out and find new members. Maybe you need to push through how to learn how to recruit new members. Whatever that difficulty is. If you come to that obstacle and you're like, oh man, this is too hard. I can't do this. I'm just, this is just too much. It's not worth it. If all you're looking at is your little direct side hustle, that is probably not going to be enough motivation for you to push through that obstacle. But if you're looking at it as your way to fund your kids' college, you can find a way through that obstacle, right? You can find a solution to that difficulty. When you have a really clearly defined why, that's going to be so much stronger than your reason to give up. Humans are incredibly resilient. We're incredibly resourceful beings if there's something that we're passionate about. So having that why, finding what that passion is that is connected to your business, why your business is going to help you to accomplish those things that you want to accomplish, to be able to do the things you want to do, why you are working your business, understanding that is going to help you to be passionate about your business. You're not really that passionate about the company because that's not one of the passions of your life, but you are super passionate about your kids, about helping your kids get off on the right foot, helping them get a great start in life. You're so passionate about that. So because of that passion being tied to your direct sales business, you are now super passionate about your direct sales business. So let me know in the comments below, what are some of your whys as you take some time to think through this? I would love to see what are some of your whys, why you're in this business. What are some things that you're passionate about that this business will be able to support? And if you have questions still about finding your why, feel free to drop that in the comments below as well, and I will try my best to help you to find some answers. So thank you guys for watching. I will see you all in the next video.